Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's installment of Mike's Vehicle Vlogs. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Today, we are going to take the Saab on a small road trip into the great state of Pennsylvania. It'll be about a 45-minute drive from here, so it's not all that long of a road trip, but we have to go back to my school where I graduated from last year, my tech school, because we need to get our hands on the GM Tech 2, and hopefully the Tech 2 will resolve the issue with the whole stereo conniption that's taken place in the Saab, all because of me. Ah yes, the 06 Saab. She's been sitting here, you can see, for a while. It's been 5 days since it was last driven, 5 days since it last ran, since I had it, out on the road. So this is kind of like a cold start. It's about 20 degrees out here this morning, so it'll probably run a little shaky. Will the radio turn on right away? Oh, it's alive this morning. Interesting. Alright, here we go. Whoa, not bad. Wow, she actually started up really well. And the audio system's working. Wow, that was a surprise. I wasn't expecting that. Alright then. Cool. So before we leave, I obviously have to play musical chairs with the cars. With the Fusion anyway. So I gotta go put the Fusion on the street real quick. I'll let this thing run for a little while. And then, we'll move it onto the street. I'll put the Fusion here and then we can take off. Boy, I wish I had a bigger driveway. Alright, so now that we're on the street, we're off. So obviously our first stop is going to be the gas station because I don't think this thing is going to make it there and back on a quarter tank of gas. I don't see that happening. So, to the gas station. Alright, now we're ready to go. So the one thing that I have noticed about this car is the gas mileage really isn't all that impressive. I didn't think it was going to be like, close to new specs or anything, but reset the tripometer. I bet this car will probably be down to 3/4, maybe a little under 3/4 of the tank when we come back. That's going to be my assumption. But I don't know, it to me seems like it gets similar mileage to what the Grand Am gets with the V6. And that car does not hesitate to use gas. Now, obviously, out of all of the cars that I drive every day, the Fusion is the one that actually does the best gas mileage. But we'll see. We'll see how this fares up. It cost me $35 to fill it up with current gas prices at $3.09. And like you saw, it was about a quarter tank low. So yeah, we'll see what happens to it. So I wasn't even sure if I was going to video this process because some people might not really be all that invested into this whole stereo situation, but some of you guys may actually be interested. So I figure, why not? We'll go ahead and at least document this car's first voyage out of state with me anyway. But I'm going to try to give you guys a really fast summary on what happened to the stereo. So when I got this car back in November, the CD player was working, but there was a CD that was stuck in it. One of the plastic pieces that hold the gear set on for the eject drive and such actually came loose, so the gears were just kind of stripping out and there was nothing to hold on to, so I thought originally I could go to the junkyard, buy another single disc drive unit, just take the drive out of that unit, put it into this here, and then that way it'd all be good. But then the only one that I found at the junkyard was a 6-disc CD changer, which is still here in the back seat. And I thought, well, maybe since that's all they had, it was really cheap, it was $10. I was like, we'll plug it in and try it. Did not really think that this whole system here is as complicated as it is. Each disc drive, whether it's the 6-disc or the CD changer, they act as their own modules, and they all have to transmit this optic laser, bus line to communicate between everyone. So thus, I made the mistake of putting a foreign module into this system. The drive mechanism on the 6-disc works, but it doesn't actually play anything because the system sees that there's a module missing. So I decided to scrap that idea. I went ahead and kind of fixed the original drive with a little bit of super glue. It appears to be doing okay. I can get the old drive to take a CD and it'll spit it right back out, but at least I know that it's actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. Still won't play though. So I thought I destroyed a ribbon cable, and I kind of did. I thought maybe I destroyed the ribbon cable inside the drive unit. The point that I'm trying to make is I'm pretty sure I ended up pretty much locking out the entire circuit of that system, and the whole system in general has been acting funny ever since I tried to plug the foreign disc changer into it, so I think it locked out that circuit because the CD player is not working and the stereo doesn't come on right away when the car starts up or when you push the power button. All of that stuff has to be communicated through that optical O-bus line that I mentioned a little earlier. And I think by me taking that object, putting it in there, and then it seeing that it's not the right one, I think it realized that it's a security issue, basically. It's an anti-theft thing. So I'm hoping that us going to my school and grabbing the Tech 2, I'm hoping we can unlock it. This can go, obviously, one of two ways. The Tech 2, since this CD player is originally programmed to this car, we just have to go through the Tech 2, and there's a setting in there that's going to allow us to pretty much enable that module again. Even though it's programmed, like this original CD player has been programmed to the car, and it's back where it needs to be because of it being a whole anti-theft thing. We have to go in through the Tech 2 somehow, and there's a way to, I think, pretty much enable that module again. If that doesn't work, worst case scenario, I pay $100 for a Saab service center to reconfigure that whole thing. $100. And I'm sure it's not $100. I'm sure it'll be more than that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I am not that eager to get this thing working. So $100 will probably not be spent on reconfiguring this system. My only concern with this is I'm hoping by this not acting the way that it should, I'm hoping that it's not messing up anything else with this system. That's my only worry, and that's the only real reason why I'm hoping that I can actually get it resolved today with the Tech 2. So that's really my only concern. I could live without using the CD player in this car. It's got an aux cord, I'm good with that. But I need the system to act the way that it's supposed to. So hopefully we can achieve that today. Now, I'm not going to lie, I am a little nervous driving the Saab this far away from home. Pretty much because, well, I'm not really concerned about anything else on this car other than the front struts. I honestly probably should not be driving this car as often as I do with the struts in the condition that they are in. So I just hope that we make it to and from Pennsylvania without there being any issues with this car. I mean, other than that, it seems to be functioning just fine, but those struts up there, they do really, really worry me. It's also a little strange to think, just by driving back to school, like this time last year, I was actually still in class. I would have been here anyway, so I'm still not getting over, like, I find it hard to believe that I actually went through with schooling again, you know. I went through all of that again for a year and a half and actually got a degree in something. So it's just still kind of mind-blowing, but this time last year I totally would have been in class still, going to this, you know, driving this same route every morning. It's hard to believe. Well, I'm just about there, and the needle on the gas gauge hasn't moved at all. I'm actually really surprised. A little over 28 miles in. This road is always very bumpy. I think they tried to pave it, but it's still pretty bumpy. Sheesh. Alright, so here we are. We got the Tech 2, little old friend. Now, I was informed that there is a strong possibility that this still isn't going to work, because I guess for Saabs, you need a special card that needs to go into the top of the Tech 2. And it is something that we don't have here at the school. So whether this is going to work or not, there is a strong possibility that it is not going to. Alright, let me find the menus and such, and we'll see if this is going to work for us. I really hope it does. I can't believe so far this little CD player has been causing so much havoc. Nothing's been going right for it. Yeah, it is not going to work. Oh, so bummed out. It doesn't even give you the option to select Saab without that card, apparently. But it gives you 2 different Daewoo's. Seriously? Daewoo? I mean, jeez. There's more. Oh well. That's a bummer, man. Epic fail. Epic fail. Well, guys, game over. It's not gonna work. I mean, I figure it was worth a shot though, but it looks like I'm stuck paying $100 somewhere down the road to get this thing back to normal. So it was worth a shot, but leave it to, you know, the fact that we needed an additional card that unfortunately the school doesn't have. Alright, so we are now on the journey home. We have been defeated by the Saab yet again when it comes to this CD player system. It was worth a shot. I might maybe go online to see if I can buy the card for the Tech 2 specifically for Saabs, and then maybe I can try this again. If it's cheaper than spending $100 at the Saab service center to have all this done, then maybe we can jump on that, but it all depends on how much that cartridge would be. System seems to be working right now. I don't know. Like I said, I just don't want it to screw anything else up. So far, we are almost halfway home, and this fuel gauge is just now moving off of the full mark. I am kind of surprised still. So let's continue on home. Alright, so as long as there's not a whole lot of traffic when I merge onto this interstate here, and so far there might be, but I want to see how fast this thing can get up to 70, which is the speed limit on this interstate. I think we're good, so let me go over here. Here we go. Whew, not bad. All right. So, since fixing the Saab's radio again was another fail, let's do a cold start on all four of the cars this morning. Because it is 10 degrees out here. The wind chill makes it about 0. So, let's do it. We'll start with this one because I am taking it today. Ooh, there we go. All right. One thing I should check on this car is the condition of the battery. I think she had it replaced at some point, but every time the car is in accessory mode, or if it's sitting like this, everything does look a little dimmer than it should. So I think we're gonna check into that. I have no radio this morning, I can already tell. No chime, nothing, so we'll move on. Here we go. There we go. Oh, it's trying to come on. Or it did for a moment. Oi. It'll probably be on by the time I come back to the car. Alright. So we'll let this one warm up. Do the Fiesta next, since this one's got to leave. Uh-oh. Hold on. Funny. Sheesh. Alright then. Alright. Let's shut that off for a moment. This car says 15. Get this one thawed a little bit for the next moment or two. The Fusion, which has been sitting here since yesterday morning. This one just recently got a new battery. When was it? I want to say last winter. I don't remember now. Okay, here we go. She always makes that noise when she's really cold under the hood. Then it goes away. Alright. And last but certainly not least, the Grand Am, which is currently out of commission at the moment for something very minor. Garbage truck. Whew. So this one's been sitting for 3 days. That's off. Here we go. Oh, girl. All right. Nice. This is frozen. Sounds like slush. Whew. All right, though. Yeah, it's cold. Anyway, she needs a headlight bulb. We'll tackle that another day soon because I want to drive this thing again. All right. So all 4 cars started up. Grand Am was probably the weakest sounding, but that thing I think is going to need a starter at some point. So I'll let them run for a few minutes. I got to take the trash can to the curb anyway. And then it's off to work I go. So if you enjoyed today's vlog, even though there wasn't much of anything on it, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Check out teespring.com/stores/Mike's Vehicle Spotlight for all of your MVS and vlog merchandise. That's all that I've got for today, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.